gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's a Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's get into the video.
Batting the gun violence crisis across Philadelphia head on. That is the goal of an annual day camp in West Philadelphia aimed at teaching students violence prevention and de-escalation. Here's our Marcus Espinoza.
Students at Boys Latin Philadelphia School, they're learning in a very unique way today about Philadelphia police relationships and how to interact with police and what to do and what to say. And
So this is a de-escalation campaign that is teaching, let's keep it a buck, young black men how to interact with the police because their parents aren't teaching them these things. You know, a lot of times we hear coming from the community that we're teaching our kids to keep their hands on 10 and 2 when they get pulled over, and you know, make sure you do this and make sure you don't make any sudden movements. And then when we see, you know, a lot of young brothers actually get pulled over in these body cam footages, you start seeing everybody spaz out. Okay, so you know, I support the campaign to educate the kids on how to interact with the police, but you know, you probably wouldn't need this campaign if parents were just teaching their kids how to be respectful to another human being.
Hopes of building a positive relationship going forward.
Just let them know what's going on before you do it. Just don't start going and grabbing and moving around.
We did not focus on guns because
Christopher Stith with Phi Beta Sigma fraternity is pioneering what may be a revolutionary program that pairs Philadelphia's youth with Philadelphia police officers as they grow into adulthood.
we are teaching these young men the art of bringing down the temperature of a conflict and ensuring that they understand that picking up a gun is a last resort.
You want to sit on that? No. Yeah, good. That's the answer I'm looking for.
The Gun Violence Prevention and De-Escalation Training Day Camp is in its second year. Kids learn.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, isn't this kind of an insult? I know they're trying to improve the relations with the youth and the police, but all I see are brothers from the community, okay? I don't see any other groups. It's almost like they know that these guys need this.
Learn safe and effective ways to take the temperature down of certain situations and resolve them peacefully.
I tell my sons the same thing. At the end of the day, I want you to come home. We can deal with whatever the argument is or whatever you felt like was disrespectful to you at that moment. We can deal with that later. I need you home in order to do that. Well, that car could have took off.
Philadelphia police officer Ian Nance led most of today's hands-on demonstrations. A father himself, he wishes to demystify interactions between kids and officers.
We're not in a crisis situation. So it's no pressure, it's no agendas, there's nothing going on. We're not arresting anybody. We're not trying to de-escalate any situation. We're just having a good time with the kids and letting them interact with us.
Students here telling us they walked away today with a completely new perspective on police officers.
For all of us, before, like, we came here, we thought that pulling over is, like, nerve-wracking. You scared, you don't know what's going to happen, because, like, not all cops are the same. But now, we're here now.
So where do you think these guys are? Where do you think these guys are getting that from? Oh, you know, when you get pulled over, you should be scared. It's nerve-wracking. Not all cops are the same. I mean, isn't that what they're saying about black folks? Oh, well, you know, not all black folks are the same. You shouldn't be scared when you walk down the sidewalk and, you know, try and cross the street. Yet it's almost like, you know, where are you learning this from, right? Can only be the parents, because not one of those kids look old enough to drive. So how the hell do you know what it feels like to be pulled over? You know, it's insane.
Scared, you don't know what's going to happen, because, like, not all cops are the same. But now, we're here now, we met a lot of cops, and a lot of cops are not how you think they are. They're not mean, they nice, and they just way better people than you think they are.
And for Stith, he says starting with kids at this age can make a real change.
we're trying to deter a generation of young men from even getting involved in the cycle of gun violence, because regardless of what the cause might be, if we can stop the cycle, we stop the problem.
At Boys Latin School in Philadelphia, Marcus Espinoza, Fox 29 News.
Yo, what's good, BGZM News 17 family? I'm at the corner of Jesse Jackson and Marcus Garvey, and I got some bad news for you. As you can see, I lost my job. I'm out here living in cardboard boxes outside of boarded up vacant homes. YouTube said I'm done getting money out here in these streets. They even took my funky ass suit. So anything right now would help. So go ahead and hit that Cash App, hit that PayPal, hit that GoFundMe. Hell, cop the merch. Or if you want to make the long-term commitment to the Jinquavius Jackson Fund, join the Patreon so that I can continue to put out top-notch content each and every day. Also, check out the Rumble, where there is absolutely no censorship. Link in the description box below.
Hey, yo, ain't that nigga Jinquavius? Yo, I recognize.
No, that's not me no more.
Hey, yo, run your pocket.
Y'all killing me with this shit.
Nigga. Do the opposite of Antonio Brown and take
What
all your
more do you want from me?
Time there is a new boots on the ground effort to keep Philadelphia safe. Organizers calling it Operation Hug the Block. This is the 10 o'clock news. I'm Dawn Timoney.
And I'm Chris O'Connell. Fed up with the violence, residents and activists are taking safety into their own hands. Shawnette, this effort involves overnight peace patrols in hard-hit communities.
So this evening, a day patrol happened on 52nd Street in West Philly, but next week begins Hug the Block. It will target 77 blocks in 77 days.
All right, let's go.
I've been doing this Philly Truce for like the whole summer. We just been touring, helping the community stay safe.
15-year-old Shamir Caves is part of the Safe City Boys under Philly Truce, which focuses on intervention and mediation.
So, you know, a lot of these guys who are leading these programs, they're putting a target on their back. So, you know, shout out to them. They got the hall monitor vest on. We definitely support the movement, but a lot of people don't understand how dangerous this is to mark yourself as Peace Patrol, because that insinuates that you're telling. It insinuates that you might be open to snitching, and we all know that the community does not support that. All right. So I pray to God that these young boys are safe and they don't end up encountering one of these super gremlins on demon time.
To stop violence before it happens.
It's normal, but it's not normal for people in Philadelphia just to be killing everyone.
That's why Shamir joined Philly Truce along with other teens to spend.
Run it back. People in Philadelphia. Which people? I mean, we need to get specific. This is a black issue. God, I mean, if we can't admit that, we talk about, we need to stop overgeneralizing. No, we need to get specific. All right. This is not a people issue. It's a black people issue. It's black people in Philly killing each other. It hurts to say, but that's the truth. When I do story after story, it's all I'm seeing. Okay? It's all I'm seeing.
Before it happens.
It's normal, but it's not normal for people in Philadelphia just to be killing everyone.
That's why Shamir joined Philly Truce along with other teens to spend the summer leading peace patrols around the city, engaging businesses and people on the streets about getting involved.
So the sign basically says if you wasn't involved, you couldn't be a snitch, or you can't be a snitch because...
What did I say? See, and a lot of people, they like to go in the comments and speak about this, speak about that. Oh, well, you don't know if they telling, they could probably be holding it down. Look at the sign that they created. If you weren't involved, you cannot be a snitch. So they are saying that for one, why the hell does that have to even be a saying in the first place. The fact that you have to convince the community to come and be ethical about cleaning up their community and you know, be a witness to a crime that might have destroyed somebody's family, right? But we're over here screaming Black Lives Matter, and at the same time, we have these things going on, and you're not willing to speak up for a black life that was taken in your neck of the woods. So we got a lot of issues. The fact that they even have to say this, you know, that this has to be a saying, that this has to be plastered all over the streets of Philadelphia. Well, if you weren't involved, you're not a snitch. So if you see something, say something. I mean, that shows you how out of control these super gremlins on demon time are.
It basically says if you wasn't involved, you couldn't be a snitch, or you can't be a snitch because that's a code for criminals.
The Safe City Boys initiative will wrap next week before the start of school.
This is my community. This is my community. I'm responsible for what happens here. I'm responsible for what happens here. How it looks here. How it looks here. And what I do here.
But beginning Tuesday for 77 nights, Philly Truce will co-launch another intervention campaign. It's called Hug the Block, an extension of an effort started by the DA's office that identified blocks with 10 or more shootings since 2015.
So let me get this straight. They're pushing an initiative to start a gathering called Hug the Block. I hope that they have security, because they're going to hug the block in a extremely crime-ridden area, okay? And we know what happens in the community with these large gatherings. They end up getting shot up. So here's my thing. The phrase hug the block is a term that is, you know, pretty, it's normalized by, you know, street guys who are literally on the block, hugging the block and distributing illicit substances. Okay, so I mean, that's where that term comes from, hug the block. And now I guess they're trying to spin it as a positive and say, hey, hug the block as in, you know, give the block a physical hug, you know, be endearing to the block, love the block, show the block some love. But, you know, I just, at this point, I don't think if you're trying to push a peace movement, we need to be mixing the street terminology with the peace movements, because it needs to be a full, the community needs to be unified on denouncing all of these street norms, if you will.
We're going to hit every one of them. We're going to do a peace patrol vigil at night, 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. Really to motivate and inspire everybody on those blocks to come out and start that practice from the day we show up, ongoing, and just start to reclaim our communities.
Philly Truce is partnering with longtime Philadelphia anti-gun violence activist Jamal Johnson, founder of Stop Killing Us, to help reach residents.
Founder of Stop Killing Us, who, it's like, when it comes to these issues, why are we speaking in third person? Stop killing us. Well, who's killing us? Well, us. It's ridiculous, but hey, I digress.
If they see us doing it overnight, and hopefully we'll make it through without a problem, then they'll see that they can come out even in the daytime. Because right now, as you know, a lot of people are scared to come out in the daytime.
Wow. People are scared to come out in the daytime because these super gremlins are on demon time.
And they are looking for more volunteers to help with Hug the Block. For more information or to sign up, you can go to fox29.com. Chris?
All right, thanks, Shawnette.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.